Part 4 of how I'm married to my gay Somali cousin. Disclaimer, this story is anonymous. So after I asked for a divorce, he got mad and upset. He broke most of the things in the house. He threatened to beat me and told me that he is never going to divorce me. So he left the country and told people that I'm the one who refused to sleep with him, when in real sense he was never interested. I just found out that the guy is gay and he married me to hide that fact. Put me through depression. He put me through suicidal thoughts and all that just to hide that he was gay from the society. So I went and talked to my parents about it. My mom said, maybe he is sick. If he gets treated and gets better, you will get back to him. My father, on the other hand, is supportive and told me that he's supporting my decision, so he's trying to reach out to his parents to get my divorce. But since the truth is out, they are not picking my father's calls, so I have decided to get the divorce with or without their cooperation. Part 3 of how I am married to my gay Somali cousin. Disclaimer, this story is anonymous. So you guys, I am cleaning the house, washing his clothes, cooking him food. People out there know that we are married behind closed doors. We are living like siblings. Siblings, we are brother and sister. That's how we were living. I couldn't have this conversation with him because every time I wanted to have the conversation with him, every time I even brought it up, he got upset, he got mad, he got violent, abusive. This one time he almost hit me. I had to run and lock myself in a different room. I had no parental support. I had no one to talk to. I started falling into depression. Every morning I woke up, I had suicidal thoughts. I hated myself. I thought maybe I am the problem. Maybe I'm not attractive. Maybe it is me he didn't like. So I fell into depression. 2 months later of living in that hell, he's going back to the UK and I'm going back to my parents' house. So I asked him for my divorce and he refused. He said no, and Welcome back to another episode of True Anonymous Stories. Remember, this is not my personal story. It was in 2019 when a proposal came my way from a cousin of mine who lives in the UK. His father called my parents and said that the son was very shy and he never really liked talking to women, but they wanted a strong and vocal woman for the son. Since I met the qualifications, he was given my contacts. Days later, my father asked if he had reached out and I said no. So I was given his contacts to reach out to him. Honestly, this was one of the biggest red flags I ignored. I had to push for conversations. When I brought this to my mother's attention, her being the hardcore Somali mother, she told me that I was pushing it and that the guy was innocent. Fast forward to November 2019, I was sitting for my KCSE. The wedding was supposed to take place in March, but due to Corona, we had to push it to September. So the guy comes to town when I was seated at the henna artist preparing myself for the wedding, and when I saw him, he was nothing like the pictures. He was way darker and way shorter, but I convinced myself that maybe he's a good person. Part 2 of how I am married to my gay Somali cousin. So you guys, the guy arrives in Kenya a day before the wedding. A day before the wedding. I'm doing my henna and all that, preparing for the wedding. So the first time I am setting my eyes on him is at the wedding. And he looks nothing like the pictures. You can imagine how terrifying that is. He is way darker and way shorter. So yes, I was terrified. But I decided to overlook it and think to myself, maybe he's a good guy. Maybe he would treat me better, just maybe. So we went home like husband and wife after the whole wedding thing. Nothing happened between us. Kept waiting. Nothing happened between us. The guy could not have sex with me. Could not have sex with me. So I thought maybe because of some issues that he had. Kept waiting. Nothing. So mind you, all this time, I'm making him 3 meals a day, washing his clothes, washing the house, and nothing is happening. Every time I ask him why we can't do it, he gets mad and abusive. And I had no parental support.
How big my forehead is? Let's go. Going and going and going and going. Oh, and still going. And that's my hairline.